Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Colin, your guitar teacher. We're going to go over It's Ice, which is my favorite PHISH composition of all time. Let's jump right in. There's probably going to be several parts this entire tutorial on how to play this tune. It's like around 8 minutes by itself. I'm doing the studio version because it's the cleanest version that I found, and it's a good one to learn from because the tempo's slowed down quite a bit. So let's jump in. We're going to start with this introduction, the intro lick. It starts on the E of 4, which is a little bit tricky. It sounds just like it starts right on the downbeat, like 1 E and a 2, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4 E and a 1, that kind of thing. All right, I'm going to play along with it so you can get it in your ears, and then we'll go over it. Slide at the end. So, let's start right off. The song is roughly in B flat major, but it also switches to B flat minor. That is the key and the tonal centers during the verse. That's what I'm basing this off of. The lick starts right on the F, which in B flat is what? Your 5 chord. Just kind of getting a little tonic going there. So we got F, A flat, C. I'm just going to call out the frets for you. On the 4th string, we got 3, 6, and then 5th fret. On the 3rd string, 3, 6, 5, then 3, 6 on the B string. And then we go 3, 6, 5, 3, 6 on the B and E string the second time around. So here's the first time. Just like that. Then next we got, which is a real tongue twister of or finger twister, I guess, of a lick. It starts the same as the first part. 3, 6, 5, 3. And then it's 6, 4 on the high E with a pull off. And then 5 on the B string, 3 on the high E, 6 on the B. Pull off with that 6 on the B to the 3. Then 6 on the G, 3 on the B again, 6 on the D. Kind of a cool sound. That was the right way to play it. Okay, and then we've got same thing again. So that's a little bit different. Kind of tries to end the same, or it does the same. Yeah, it tries to end it the same, but it switches the very end. It goes 3, 3, 6, 5, 3, 6, 4. That 5, 3 again from the B to E. Then 6, 3 pull off on the B. And then 6, 3, 6 from frets, from strings, 3, 2, 1. It is a finger twister. And then there's a little slide, which I think is great. And he goes into the verse, which I'm just going to show it to you as opposed to playing along with the track. What I transcribed this as was I'm going to go over the harmonic analysis that I did on it too, because I find it pretty fascinating. Let's just show it to you first. B flat major, and then a B flat minor. I think I've seen him on the Clifford Ball version do the partial chords up here. You know, because you don't need these full big bar chords when you've got bass and drums and piano going in the band. But B flat major, B flat minor, and then I've got an F, you know, the kind of power chord major shape there, and then an E flat over G, right? And then we go to a G major, to a B flat over F, that's a second inversion B flat here. It's just your D major shape, but I love this D major shape. I use the third finger, the ring finger, to find where the root is with that D. If you look at your D, it's a great little trick. The root is your third finger. That's a D major. So anywhere on the B string, you can use that shape to find a second inversion major chord. Wherever your B string third finger was, that's your root of the chord. But obviously it's a second inversion. The fifth is in the bass. So the first finger indicates the second inversion, the fifth in the bass. Okay, G, the B flat over F, and then D flat major to B. Okay, so let's analyze that so far. We've got a major 1 chord, a major 1 B flat if we're in the key of B flat major, and then a B flat minor. So right away he's borrowing from the parallel minor. Very cool. And then to F, there's your 5 chord in B flat, then E flat over G, that's your 4 chord in first inversion. G, that's a secondary dominant, that's the 5 of the 2 being C, so the 5 of that C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is G, and he does a major chord, there's secondary dominant. So 5 of 2, and then the B flat over F, that's your 1 chord in first inversion, so it's a 1, 6, 4. Then he's got a D flat major. I thought it was a C sharp major, but then I had trouble analyzing it, so I changed it to a D flat major, and I realized, oh, in the key of B flat minor, which he had already modally borrowed from, that D flat major exists as a big 3 chord, a major 3 chord. So D flat major, then we've got a B chord. Now what the heck is that doing in B flat major or minor? It's doing nothing. It is out of key, but it is a very popular classical technique using the flat 2, in this case B flat, major or minor. The flat 2 would be, or the raised 1 I guess, would be B natural or C flat. We'll call it a B natural. That's called the Neapolitan chord. Usually those are in first inversion. So there you'll see N6 for Neapolitan 6, but we're just going to call that a Neapolitan. So it's D flat major, the 3 chord, to B, Neapolitan chord. And then we go to our, sorry I got a little bit lost. Oh, then we hit there's that D major shape on the B string again, but it's an A flat major over E flat. So it is a modally borrowed 7 chord in second inversion. Going back down to a B. We already know that was our Neapolitan chord. Then we hit a G, 5 of the 2 again. And then F over A, that's the 5 chord in first inversion. Now, I look at it as he switches keys to E minor, or sorry, E major. A major, this is like the cadence thing to end the verse. A major, E minor, B major, B flat major. And he could do the D major shapes, like this. A major, E minor, B major, B flat major, and then he goes back to that kind of thing, a little interlude, which you'll be able to play now that you got that first part. Then they go back to the second verse, they do everything the same, except the end of it, the cadence goes A major, E major, right? That's why I was saying to analyze that part in E major, B major, E major. And to me, that's the verse. Then he goes to the chorus, which is falling on the ice and cracks. It's G major, D D minor, C major. But I think he plays the C major like this, which is a first inversion C major. middle finger on the 12th fret of the low E, first finger on the 10th fret of the D, third finger 12th fret of the G, and then your pinky on the 13th fret of the B string, giving you a C major. He's falling on the ice and cracks, please plunge in and join me here. It's my eyes, my surprise, surprise. C, laughs full light of my frown. Then back to D, wants to pull me down. Then they go up to this thing. They play an E major chord, second version. That's on the 16th fret. Then he jumps down to the B flat. Back to this little thing. And then they go to what I believe is considered third verse. And then the third and fourth verse, they do the same, where they have the different endings from that kind of E minor, E major thing. And let's check it. I think we need to check, and we might need to stop the video and do a part 2. Let's see where we're at here.
The ever-present voice, while skating both legs, tracing different shapes, I made my choice.
Verse 2. Major. More of this. Okay, so he does that. They go first, third verse, interlude, fourth verse. Same chord. Now this is the last. This is a pretty fun thing. When I was in the PHISH tribute, I was the Trey, and I got to do the Trey line, which is in the round. Really fun to sing and practice.
Waiting, calculating till next adventures on the ice.
Falling on the ice and cracks, please plunge in and join me here. Meets my eyes to my surprise. It's a full light of my frown. My double wants to pull me down. Same thing. Now chromatic. And I'll stop that. So that's a little bit different. The first time in between verses 1, 2, and 3, and 4, he goes. That's chromatic down from an E major, and then he jumps to the B flat major. Chromatic. This time he goes straight chromatic the whole way. C. And then he clicks on distortion and he does this leg, which I'm going to pick up in part 2. Stay tuned.